Remember that time Disney World made a popular hotel based on the islands?
Today we are talking about the Polynesian Village Resort.
Let me start this video off by saying I love the Polynesian Resort.
One of the flagship Disney World resorts.
How's my lighting? Is it cool? Do I seem like a Polynesian village vacationer?
One of my favorite resorts.
Sorry for the weird background. I'm at my parents' house and this is my dad's office. So it's just not as fun as mine.
It's theming to the max. It's immersion that taught us what immersive hotel experiences were supposed to be like. This set the bar, and it set it really high.
The Polynesian is a monorail resort on the monorail loop.
So at the Magic Kingdom, there are 3 connecting resorts that are all connected to the monorail, which is the Contemporary, the Polynesian, and the Grand Floridian.
Right next to TTC, so you can go over there just by walking. Get a monorail over to Epcot if you want, or you could do the full loop.
There's also boats to Magic Kingdom, so it's a pretty primo location.
It also is an opening day resort. So this resort helped open Walt Disney World, y'all.
Polynesian opened on October 1st, 1971. So it's a very historical resort. So this resort has a lot of history to it.
One of my favorite things about the Polynesian is that the original hotels that were opening day hotels were designed to continue like the Disney park experience even after you left the parks. And so the Polynesian was supposed to be connected with Adventureland to kind of continue that story of just like the tropical, the adventure, Polynesian.
But that was enough for people at that time. You came, you stayed a few days, you enjoyed the park, you enjoyed maybe some water sports, rented a boat, maybe you did some jet skiing back when they would let you do that in that water.
It is a deluxe resort, which means the price is going to be a little higher up there. That's just how life works.
It is pretty expensive, at least a couple $100s a night, starting at and going all the way up to a couple $1,000s a night if you were staying at the bungalows, because there are options here that are bungalows that kind of go out onto the water at Bay Lake. These are going to fit a decent amount of people, so it's not as if it's a 2-person room that you're spending a couple grand a night on, but you are going to be spending a fair amount.
The vibes of the Polynesian overall are just very tropical, very laid back, beachy, relaxed, just Polynesian-esque.
You all know I'm about the vibes. I love good vibes. I'm all about the vibes.
Tiki culture actually started in America back in the 1930s as a way to kind of escape the blues of the times. And it was this sort of idealized, but also kind of made into a cartoon version of like the South Pacific, like Hawaii.
And Polynesian has great vibes, okay? One word to describe the Polynesian: relaxing.
It's definitely a culture that is not being brought to you by the people of that culture.
You've got nice beaches, you've got the tropical music playing, you can drink out of a pineapple. How relaxing is that? Just good vibes.
Right now, it's big on Moana and Lilo and Stitch.
I love it. Lilo and Stitch. It's such a heartwarming tale about an alien and a struggling sister trying to take care of her sister because they're orphaned because something happened to their parents.
Just a hunk of burning love. Just a hunk of burning love.
I'm in love with the Polynesian Resort. If I could marry a resort, it would be the Polynesian Resort. And we would have beautiful Polynesian resort babies. Listen, and their hair would be beautiful too. Okay?
Don't hang your clothes out there, rich people.
So what are the rooms like at the Polynesian?
The rooms at the Polynesian are expensive.
These rooms are not cheap, okay?
Way out of my price range.
Cheapest room type at the cheapest time of year, Polynesian room rates are $633 per night.
Right now, standard view, it's like $730.
You're paying to be close to the magic, you're paying for the monorail, you're paying for the amenities, you're You're pretty much paying to be able to go get Dole Whip. You don't have to go to Disneyland. You don't have to go to the park. Dole Whip is at your front door at Pineapple Lanai, and you're gonna pay for that.
For a hotel room.
Now, recently the rooms did just get a big overhaul. It is all themed to the movie Moana.
I actually really like the Moana rooms. I think that they did a very good job here at making them still feel like the Polynesian, but adding in some IP.
I like IP in the rooms when it's done right. When it's done right, I like it, and I feel like they nailed it.
It is subtle. It's not Disney characters all over the walls. They're there, but you have to search for them.
It feels a little like, I don't know, it feels like a regular hotel room now. Like, despite the fact that it's technically more themed, it feels like less themed.
I actually, if I had to pick, would take these 100% over the Incredibles rooms over the Contemporary, which really are just not quite as much my vibe when you're spending that much money.
I do not think Disney should add IP to every single hotel they have. I think they should keep it a good 50-50. If you want to stay somewhere nice with IP, you can, but if you don't want to, you also don't have to. So 50-50.
The way the theming, the integration of the IP into the room was done in the DVC remodel at Grand Floridian using the Mary Poppins Returns IP. It was so subtle, so sophisticated, like it was perfect. And the rooms felt elegant and also cool, but very, very, very luxurious and like comfortable.
I have always wanted to stay at the bungalows.
The bungalows, the bungalows, the bungalows!
The bungalows at the Polynesian are they're literal bungalows that sit on the water of Seven Seas Lagoon, and they're really beautiful. They're incredibly expensive and very hard to book.
It sleeps up to 8 people, and it's got 2 full bathrooms, a full kitchen, living room, a dining room area, a washer and dryer, and even a private deck outside with, Disney calls it a plunge pool.
I mean, the fireworks are right there, and the boats are passing by.
Think about how you can see it from the ferries going over to Magic Kingdom from the TTC. And I thought about it and I was like,
It's not a hot tub because it doesn't get warm,
people are just looking at you all day.
which I'm like, if I'm paying that much money, I would want it to be a hot tub, but it's not. It's a plunge pool, so you can just sit in the little pool and just hang out on the deck.
And they're thinking, who is that rich person? Who's that rich person and why are they drying all of their clothes out on that deck? That is so tacky. If I had the money, I would never leave my clothes out drying on the deck where everyone can see it coming and going from the Magic Kingdom. Can you imagine? That's what everybody's thinking.
Forget Arby's. Just go to Ohana, because Ohana, they have the meats too.
Overall, does the Polynesian Village Resort have good dining? It's got the best dining, probably, California Grill?
Yes, the Polynesian has amazing dining. Their dining is like well known as some of the best dining, and I stop there regularly, even when I'm not staying there or when it's out of my way to go to Polynesian to get food or get drinks.
Wait, Topolino's Terrace?
I actually think the monorail resorts have some of the best dining out of any of the resorts at Disney World.
Wait, Narcoossee's?
I could not tell you how many times I've gone to the Polynesian just to eat and then leave because it's my favorite.
Oh, I was about to say something really dramatic and I'm taking it back. I'll just say it in a dramatic fashion. Polynesian Village Resort isn't the best resort for food, but it's really good.
The number one at the Polynesian is no question Ohana.
A beautiful family-style restaurant serving up Polynesian eats. It's all you care to enjoy. The food is well known as being delicious with the noodles, and my favorite, the broccolini.
For breakfast, you can have a Lilo and Stitch character meet and greet breakfast.
You can check out Sage, Emma, and Quincy eating breakfast at Ohana. The only place right now that you can meet Stitch and Nani. Nani? What? No. Lilo from Lilo and Stitch. I wish you could meet Nani, but we can't.
As well as Mickey and Pluto.
Mickey's in a nice Hawaiian shirt with the lei.
And yeah, Ohana is just an incredibly popular restaurant. So if you are staying at the Polynesian, just know that it's probably not gonna be one where you could just day of be like, maybe we should go check out Ohana. You're gonna want to get a reservation in advance because both the breakfast and the dinner are incredibly popular here.
That's right, because you probably can't get a reservation. So it's nice to know that you can walk up to Tambu Lounge and at least get part of the legendary Ohana dinner just by sitting there at the bar. How cool is that? How cool is that?
Just walk right next door to Tambu Lounge and you can get the same food. Not the whole menu, but if you want some of those Ohana noodles that everybody talks about, you can get them at Tambu Lounge.
It's so cheap. Like, Ohana's expensive, and you can get noodles, I think they're like $8 or something, and I love the pot stickers, and they're like around that range. It's super, like, that's the way to go, is to go get 2 orders of pot stickers and a dragon iced tea and just sip it and watch people at Ohana.
Here's my back scratcher. There's a drink on the menu at Tambu Lounge that's called a back scratcher, and you get a back scratcher to take home with you.
I love Captain Cook's. They've got some pretty iconic quick service food there, and their food is really fresh and delicious. One of the things I love eating is the pulled pork nachos. They're
Kona Island and Kona Cafe. Here's where you can get a wide assortment of chocolate dipped bacon.
One of the things they're most famous for is their tonga toast for breakfast, and it is like a stuffed French toast rolled in cinnamon sugar. It's huge. I've had it. It's delicious. And then they give you like a strawberry, almost like syrup to go on top of it.
Pineapple Lanai has to be one of my favorite places in this entire resort, okay? You could literally get Dole Whip from your resort. This is what dreams are made of.
You can get classic pineapple. They will have usually a vanilla soft serve, I believe, loaded in there to swirl with one of the flavors. And then they'll have a secondary flavor. Usually, from my experience, the second Dole Whip flavor has been lime, but it has definitely changed.
I think one of the most immersive bars and experiences at probably any Disney World resort would be Trader Sam's.
It is a super, super immersive, heavily Imagineering themed and built bar in the Polynesian, and I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a tiki bar. It's really cool. It's really interactive. Anytime you order special drinks, the bar reacts, it lights up.
Zombie drink that basically, oh gosh, there's like these something lights up on the wall and the entire bar like does this whole thing. Or if you order this the Nautilus or something like that, all the bartenders and servers spray everyone with water while they bring your drink out. And
one of those places in Disney World where cast members have their little antics and their little jokes that they like to make.
But over at the Polynesian, it is incredibly small, so people do start lining up for this early. Make sure that you get there early if you are looking if this is going to be a must-do for you.
Try and snag that reservation when you can, or the day of, you can join the walk-up wait list. However, you will need to get there as soon as it opens to put your name on that wait list. It is that popular, and it is worth it.
If you want to see more of Trader Sam's, you can go check out our Drinking Around Disney World Challenge Monorail Crawl Edition, where we did go to Trader Sam's, and it was lovely.
You are staying at a deluxe resort, so that's going to come with the deluxe resort amenities.
One thing about the Polynesian is it does have a ton of really amazing amenities.
Everyone staying at a Disney World Resort Hotel does get early theme park entry, which allows you 30 minutes extra in the park in the morning at any of the 4 parks.
If you are staying on property, you should totally take advantage of that.
There's a lot going on when I show up for the park to actually open when I'm rope dropping with the general public.
Oh, me? How did I get in here? I stay at the Polynesian. Yes. Oh, sorry, hun. I can't talk. I've got to go get a waffle from Sleepy Hollow, and I've got to go get on Space Mountain before anyone else does.
So, yeah, you want to be in that first half-hour group, but don't expect to be in there alone. I'll tell you that much.
And because the Polynesian is a deluxe resort, you are going to get extended evening hours. So on select nights at select parks, you are going to be able to stay in the parks after they close. And that can also be a really good deal.
A huge plus for staying at the Polynesian, and honestly any of the monorail resorts, are, say it with me kids, the monorail.
Monorail, bus, boat. Those are your main 3. I think my favorite option is the monorail because I'm a traditionalist at heart.
And just being able to also walk over to Magic Kingdom. It's a long walk. It's a bit of a longer walk, but because of the Grand Floridian walkway, being able to walk over there and through is really, really nice.
The accessibility of the monorail is, I think, what definitely takes the Polynesian and as well as the Grand Floridian and the Contemporary to like the next level. The fact that I don't even have to touch my car or touch an Uber or touch a minivan or touch a bus. I can literally walk out of my room, go to the second floor of the lobby, and just hop on a monorail.
Another thing that is really neat about staying at the Polynesian Resort is that you can actually watch the electrical water parade at night. Nope. The electrical water pageant at night.
The electrical water pageant?
Now, the electrical water pageant, something that you can see from the Polynesian and the other resorts around the lagoon, is an amazing thing. It's an electrical boat parade that has been around since just a few days after Walt Disney opened in 1971. I mean, it's practically been around long enough for me to have seen it when even I was a child.
And one thing about my dad is if you start talking about stuff from Disney World in the 70s, he just appears.
And it's super cute. You can see it from the Polynesian. You can see it as you're leaving Magic Kingdom. So that's just a fun little extra Disney magic that you can just sit and watch the electrical pageant and have a nice time.
But not only can you see this electrical water pageant, this is a great place to watch the fireworks. You can watch the Magic Kingdom fireworks from this beach in a hammock.
The fireworks, they will pump in the music, so you can just kind of sit on the beach and watch the fireworks from afar, and it's really private and it just feels pretty magical. I mean, if I have to use a word to describe it, it does sound very magical.
10 out of 10 experience.
For $1,000 a night.
Overall, I have very special memories of the Polynesian because I did stay there for my honeymoon, and so it's always going to be a favorite resort for me.
I could stay at the Polynesian Resort and not even go in the parks and be totally fine with it because there's so much to do there. It's so much to see, so much to experience.
The people that should book this resort are the people who are looking for this tropical vibe, who also want a Disney vibe. So it's part tropical vacation, part Disney vacation.
As soon as I walk in, I am automatically relaxed, and no other resort does that for me. Today we are talking about Disney World's the Polynesian Village Resort is a monorail. Oh my gosh. The Polynesian Village. It's been a long day. Okay. The Polynesian Resort is a monorail resort on the monorail route. Okay. Now go watch our episode on the transformation of Epcot.